What it do, people? It's your boy Dre Day Everyday, back with another video for you. And today, I want to talk about like my approach to, well, it's more of a recent thing for me, but my approach to situations, and that's break it and keep moving. Now, what I mean by this is, as you deal with the world and you grow and you evolve and you learn different things about how the world operates, how you feel like you operate, what you feel like you should change about yourself, what you don't like, what you do like, and then if you feel like this aspect of your character is too rough or too this or too that, and then you get to a place to where you can get to a place to where you don't know how to insert yourself in certain situations in the name of, I guess, creating the best version of yourself, evolutionary steps or whatnot. And I had fallen victim to this, especially with getting older and not being as closed minded as I've once been. Learning new things, trying to embrace happiness and actually being happy. But then at the same time, there's still an abrasive side to my personality that I really look at with a microscope, and I weigh it against other people and I say, am I too rough in this regard? Am I too this or am I too that? And then it gets to a point to where certain things I just sit and I avoid it. What I have in the past. And now the way I feel now, I'm just gonna break it and keep moving. So I look at it and I also look back at nature. Nature is kind of like my gauge to how I ultimately make a decision. In nature, you have different animals and different breeds of animals, and some animals are docile, so other animals are aggressive and hostile. So you don't see you don't see like hyenas asking, "Am I too rough?" Or you don't see birds asking, "Am I too soft?" or whatsoever. You just whatever your genetic makeup, whatever you actually are, is what you actually are, and you're that way by design or by influence. But I also feel like the situations that we grow up in shape our character. That's also a great topic of conversation. If a person feels like the nature of their character is absolute, or does the situations we experience shape our character? That's another topic that we could talk about. But the way I look at it, you are what you are, and the way that you are, the way you figure things, the way you look at things, you're that way for a reason. And if you're too rough for something, you're just gonna break it. And who's to say that this thing that you're too rough for, who's to say that it's not whatever's time to be destroyed? Because this whole process that we live in is a destroy, and it's a birth, life, death process. Other things have to be destroyed for other things to be built. And with that being said, I don't overthink anymore. It's like if I'm too rough for something, I'm just gonna break it and keep moving. Because other things where I'm being natural embrace me. Other people embrace me for being this way. Other people shun me for being this way. I'm comfortable with what I have in my life. I have people that, excuse me, I have people that tell me about myself when they feel like I'm wrong. I appreciate that. I have people who encourage me and all of that stuff. So I feel like I have everything that I need around me to keep me rooted and grounded people I respect. But yeah, and my core audience, my core set of friends, they don't tell me that I'm too this or too that. they'll say that, hey, you made this decision. I would have done this, but they understand my way of thinking, so they understand why I would do something different. And everybody knows that I have multiple reasons as to why I do what I do. But yeah, like you don't have to overthink your placement with things. Whatever you are is what you are. How you were cultivated, how you were raised, what your experiences did, and what you're in front of. Because whatever you're in front of is on its own journey too, or they're on their own journey too. And maybe they need to be broken to be rebuilt. And that's not saying this. I'm not saying this in a malicious way. I'm just saying if I'm speaking to the nature of how things work. Maybe a person met you they met you timing is everything. Certain things cross certain paths when it's time for this to happen. Who's to say it's not time for this to be broken? So if you're struggling with your placement in a situation, or wondering how to insert yourself or behave, be yourself. Break that shit and keep moving. Because at the end of the day, even when you're working out, they say the process of working out is not about making yourself stronger. The process when you're working out, you're actually breaking your muscles down so they grow back stronger. And whatever it is you're breaking, who says it doesn't grow back stronger? So you're possibly doing the universe a disservice by holding back, by not breaking whatever it is that's in front of you. But yeah, that's all I got for this idea. But yeah, man, don't be sitting and twiddling your fingers and looking at your feet trying to say, "Am I too rough?" If they can handle it, if they can't handle it, they won't handle it. It's like the unstoppable force meets the immovable object. What happens? Shit, they go through each other. Or if the immovable object is actually movable, the unstoppable force moves it. Whatever happens at the point of impact is what's going to happen. So yeah, break it and keep moving. And that way you don't overthink it. That's all I got for you today. Peace.